In the shadowy depths of the lesser key of Solomon, Agares stands as a paradoxical figure, encompassing the essence of both frailty and ferocity. Picture him, a pale, aged man whose weary authority is unsettling, yet compelling, as he precariously balances upon the back of a crocodile. This juxtaposition raises unsettling questions about his true nature. Can he be both a protector and a predator? As the Duke of Hell, Agares commands an impressive legion of 31 infernal spirits, ruling over the eastern realm of the abyss. Yet his power is not merely a raw force. It is an intricate play of contrasts, embodying the dual principles of motion and stagnation. His very essence invokes a sense of unease, stirring curiosity about how these opposing forces coexist within him. As we unravel the enigma of Agares, we must confront the complexities of his dominion. Described as a demon capable of compelling the restless to flee and the stagnated to run, he symbolizes chaos intertwined with order, a true master of the dualities that define existence. His presence evokes a feeling of the ground shifting beneath our feet, making us question the stability of our own lives. Is the impetus to move forward or complacency a sign of strength or weakness? Agares mirrors our inner turmoil and the tension that exists between action and inaction. With him, the boundaries blur. His whispers can unravel even the most steadfast moral convictions, replacing piety with profanity and virtue with vice. Here lies the true potency of his influence. He reveals the hidden truth that resides within each of us, challenging notions of civility and decorum. To engage with Agares is to step into a world that balances power and peril, enlightenment and ruin. Those who contemplate invoking him must tread carefully, for his gifts come with daunting demands. He is both a guide and a tormentor, capable of stripping away the layers of congeniality that mask our desires. Yet for the adept, Agares becomes an invaluable ally, a source of wisdom in the realm of forbidden arts. His dominion invites us to confront the chaos within, forcing us to reconcile with those aspects of ourselves we often choose to ignore. The invitation to understand him is not merely a call to harness power, but an opportunity to embrace the shadows lurking within the human spirit. Reflecting on the unsettling duality of Agares, we begin to grasp that to know him is to illuminate the darkest corners of our existence, enabling us to transform our fears into strength. As we explore the haunting realm of Agares, we begin to understand his profound influence over language and virtue. No longer is he merely a destructive force. He emerges as a revelator, peeling back the layers of civility to expose the darker truths that linger beneath our polished facades. This revelation is unsettling, for Agares holds the keys to not just movement, but the very words we wield, those vessels of thought and intention. His whispers can infiltrate the minds of the unwary, unraveling their moral certainties and replacing them with a seductive allure of vice. This introduces a tension that compels us to reflect. How fragile is our understanding of right and wrong, and what lies lurking just beneath the surface of our conscientiousness? Imagine a world where the very language we use begins to transform under the influence of Agares. His voice, rich with ancient knowledge, acts like a siren's call, beckoning us to embrace our hidden desires. As we listen, the lines between virtue and vice blur, drawing us ever closer to the edge of moral ambiguity. Are we, too, susceptible to his teachings? The realization that he is not merely stripping moral constructs away, but also revealing a raw, unvarnished truth forces us to confront our own hidden yearnings. In a society that often champions the ideal of virtue, Agares invites us to question this facade. Are the values we cling to genuinely ours, or merely societal constructs awaiting disruption? This journey with Agares also invites a deeper examination of the consequences that arise from tampering with our innate morality. By exposing the internal chaos that resides within, he holds a mirror up to our soul, reflecting those aspects we've been conditioned to suppress. Though his whispers can guide us to profound self-discovery, they can also lead us into perilous territory where vice lies in wait. As viewers consider their own relationship with desire and morality, Agares serves as a catalyst for transformation, urging us to confront the unspoken truths that define our humanity. In this delicate dance with darkness, the challenge remains. Will we embrace the revelatory power of Agares' insights, or will we collapse under the weight of our own hidden impulses? The choice, ultimately, may change the very fabric of our existence. As we venture into the shadowy origins of Agares, the enigma of his character begins to unfold. Some scholars speculate that he was once a celestial being, perhaps an angelic figure, who fell from grace due to an act of defiance. This narrative paints a picture of a being whose very existence is tied to rebellion and transformation, suggesting that Agares embodies not just power, but also the consequences of straying beyond the confines of divine order. On the other hand, there are those who argue that he is a primordial force, existing long before the concept of hell was conceived. This idea introduces the notion that Agares transcends traditional classifications of good and evil. It leaves us pondering, what lies at the core of his true nature, and how do these origins shape the complex influence he wields? At the heart of Agares' legend is the crocodile, a creature that serves as a potent symbol intertwined with ancient mythologies. This reptile represents both guardian and predator, reflecting the dualities of life itself. In many cultures, the crocodile is revered as a protectress of sacred waters, a being that oversees creation, yet it also embodies fierce destruction, snapping at the unwary. This dual symbolism resonates deeply with Agares, as it mirrors the inherent contradictions present in his character. This raises a compelling question. Does he serve as a guardian of knowledge, illuminating the darkest corners of human desire? Or does he represent the chaos that can erupt when those desires are left unchecked? The connection between Agares and the crocodile invites us to explore the deeper implications of his existence, revealing that the origins of this Duke of Hell may be far more intricate than we can comprehend. As the narrative thickens, we are beckoned to confront the duality of Agares' power. His story suggests a being caught in an eternal struggle between light and shadow, a reflection of the contradictions within our own nature. Each theory surrounding his origins challenges us to reconsider what we perceive as moral absolutes. If Agares is both an angel cast down and a primordial force, could it be that every aspect of existence exists within him? This aspect of his character invites contemplation of our own desires. We may find ourselves grappling with the same forces of attraction and repulsion that Agares embodies. With each twist of this narrative, the anticipation builds, encouraging us to seek answers to questions that have remained enigmatic for centuries. As we unravel these layers, we slowly come to realize that understanding Agares is not just about unraveling his origins, but also about confronting the very essence of our own complexities as human beings. As we venture further into the shadowy world of Agares, we uncover the perilous path that lies ahead for those who would dare to summon him. The allure of power he offers is undeniable, a chance to command knowledge that transcends the mundane. The opportunity to tap into the ancient wisdom that only a true Duke of Hell can bestow. Yet, this seductive invitation comes wrapped in layers of danger. The grimoires caution that embracing such an invitation requires more than mere desire. It demands a reverence for the dark forces at play. To invoke Agares is to step into a dance with a master of chaos, knowing full well that the consequences of miscalculations could be disastrous. With each tale of those who tried and failed, we begin to understand that proximity to power often leads to a fragile balance between enlightenment and annihilation. Numerous stories have emerged from shadows cast by failed rituals, each echoing the same chilling warning. Utmost precision is not just recommended, it is essential. Those who rushed through the summoning, driven by greed or desire rather than respect, often found themselves facing the wrath of this volatile entity. One account tells of a sorcerer who, in impatience, mispronounced the sacred names intended to call forth Agares. The result? A torment that left him unrecognizable, a victim of his own hubris. These harrowing tales serve as stark reminders that in Agares, we encounter not just a guide, but a harbinger of upheaval. His gifts are laced with peril, and the cost of enlightenment can often lead to ruin. As we reflect on these ominous invitations, the tension thickens. The line between ambition and folly grows increasingly blurred. To summon Agares is to risk losing oneself entirely, to confront the darkest aspects of our own nature through the chaos he embodies. Each moment spent in preparation heightens the stakes. A single misstep can unravel the delicate thread of control, while his presence promises access to profound insights and unimaginable knowledge. It also holds the potential to expose the invoker to the cruel reality of their innermost desires. This duality shapes the ever-present question: are we willing to pay the price for enlightenment, knowing the grave consequences that may await? In the end, embracing this dangerous invitation is more than a mere act of summoning. It becomes a captivating test of both courage and resolve. As we turn our gaze to Agares, we confront the compelling concept that he acts as a mirror reflecting the darkest corners of the human spirit. His duality encapsulates both creation and destruction, inviting us to explore the inherent chaos nestled within our own hearts. Agares does not simply impose his will. Instead, he reveals the raw, unvarnished truth of our desires and fears. In doing so, he challenges us not only to acknowledge these shadows, but to embrace and understand them. This profound introspection provokes a critical examination. What facets of our character do we hide even from ourselves? As we engage with Agares' paradoxical influence, we are pushed to recognize that beneath our civilized facades lies a complexity that yearns to be faced. The themes of transformation and chaos resonate deeply within Agares' realm. His whispers carry a potent lesson. To evolve, one must first confront the turmoil beneath the surface. Just as the crocodile, his steadfast companion, navigates both serene waters and tumultuous currents, so too must we navigate the choppy seas of our own nature. This exploration is fraught with peril, as it often unveils uncomfortable truths about our motivations and moralities. The potential for enlightenment is intertwined with chaos, forcing us to reckon with decisions that may challenge what we perceive as right or just. In this intense crucible of self-discovery, we find ourselves at a crossroads, questioning how far we are willing to go to truly know ourselves. As we reflect on the powerful symbolism inherent in Agares, we recognize that he is more than a mere figure of fear. He is an essential catalyst for self-exploration. His presence compels us to unravel the illusions we create to shield ourselves from uncomfortable realities. The darker aspects of the human spirit, often swept under the rug in our societal engagements, emerge in stark relief when we confront Agares. This confrontation nudges us towards a deeper understanding, urging us to engage with the full spectrum of our emotions, desires, and motivations. As we grapple with this unsettling yet profoundly enlightening journey, we come to realize that the challenge of facing our internal chaos is also an opportunity, a path to transformation that can lead to an enriched and authentic existence. In embracing the mirror of shadows that Agares represents, we unlock the potential for not only personal growth, but a more profound connection to our shared humanity. As we conclude our exploration of Agares, we reveal that his terrifying attributes serve a much deeper purpose. He acts as a conduit for self-discovery. While many may see only the chaos he embodies, it becomes clear that to engage with Agares is to face our own inner turmoil head-on. His dual nature, embodying both creator and destroyer, invites us to step into the shadows that reside in the hearts of all beings. The uncomfortable truths he brings forth force us to confront facets of ourselves that we might prefer to keep hidden. It is through this challenging introspection that genuine transformation can occur, leading us to a more authentic existence. The relationship between humanity and the infernal, exemplified so powerfully by Agares, serves as a reminder of our own volatile nature. Authority and power in our lives can often feel like treacherous terrains to navigate. They can uplift us or lead us to chaos. When we consider Agares, we must ponder the saints and sinners within ourselves, recognizing that the whispers he offers are not merely invitations to vice, but also calls to embrace our full humanity. His influence underscores the notion that chaos exists not only in the world outside, but also within our very souls, shaping our actions, fears, and aspirations.